These don't feel like interviews to me. It's not like with everybody else. Ooh, I'm so excited to do this fucking interview, dog. Tell me what I wouldn't really give for a life like this. Oh, I'm gonna let quite like this. Fuck around, wanna fight like this. Take a hike like this. I might just, I don't know. Reinvention, that's my intention. Went so much more than this third dimension. That's not to mention my true intention is a bigger picture. No metaphor, I'm being real with you, but it will hit you like goddamn. Go ahead, follow all of them. In a spaceship, I'm in another system, so futuristic on another mission. But back on Earth, everybody bitching. I've been in the kitchen, living my life, no inhibition. Life and death with no intermission. That a good book say we all the same, that we kill each other, but it's all in vain and we all to blame. Can't see the picture when it's out the frame. Real talk, I want to grip the grain and just ride with you. Build a family, then die richer. When you get to heaven, I'ma come and get you. Sit back and really get the picture. This life, yeah, done ate away. Hard times never stayed away. But one thing I know day to day, I'ma do something before I fade away. Woo! That's my shit. So,
Bars.
Yo, the reinvention, that's my intention. Went so much more than this third dimension. That's not to mention my true ascension is a bigger picture. No metaphor, I'm being real, which is acting. So that's me talking about acting. Like, my true intention is a bigger picture, like the big picture, the big screen. No metaphor, I'm being real with you. So it's like it's blunt, you know? So like, is the big screen, and it will hit you like goddamn, because like even though I'm talking about it, like I'm gonna hit the role or I'm gonna write and direct a movie and it's gonna be like surprise, bitch, and everybody's gonna be like goddamn. So futuristic on another mission. Oh man, I was watching Interstellar, dude.
That movie played a big impact on
Big impact, man.
And it's like after you watched it, you.
And the funny thing is, you know, it's crazy because I remember when I first put out the concept, a lot of people were like, "Oh, it's like Deltron," but it's not like Deltron. I hadn't even listen to Deltron. You remember that? And you told me about Deltron 3030. And I was like, fuck. And I had heard shit like Positive Contact and like, you know, all those things. I remember telling you that, but like I never heard it. And like Del Funky Homo Sapien like plays a character fighting intergalactically to save Earth in freestyle battles that are like, yeah, like my shit ain't like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the raps have nothing to do with that. That is fucking amazing. But this is like total separate shit. Yeah. But, you know, I will say, you know, just hearing like the way he put this such a cool thing together was like inspiring, but it didn't actually inspire any, like the script was written, like everything was already done before I had heard it. Before we had that conversation, we used to play hella chess. You remember you come to our house, we leave fucking 5 a.m, play chess, get your ass whooped? Yeah, you get smashed, dog.
I don't know about that part. Yeah. If somebody's got selective memory.
Oh, yeah.
I won the last 2 times we played.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's all good. Anyway, but nah, so like, yeah, Interstellar. I went to go see it, man, for the first time at the Chinese theater in Hollywood. And man, you know, I had such good cries. I don't really cry a lot. I only cry when I watch film and it moves me in such a way. Like actually last time I got pretty teary-eyed, this is gonna sound really fucking funny, is I was in a car listening to Twisted Fantasy, Nicki's verse on Monster was so good. It just like emotionally it was like, oh shit. Like that never used to happen to me either, you know, but it's just like, whoa, it's when I find something so beautiful, like, and somebody might be like, Nicki Minaj verse, what the fuck are you talking about? But like, man, like just the way she said it, like just what she was talking about, where she was in her career at that point. Like, you know, 50, what'd she say, 50K for a verse, no album out. This was mixtape Nicki on a fucking, on a song with 2 legends and murdered them. And everybody held their own, but like, come on. Like, we all remember that. And just the way she went on that verse is so amazing. I was like, God damn. Just like, talking about her being fake, but my money ain't, and pocket full of cheesecake, and like, money so tall that my Bobby's gotta climb it. Like, damn, I don't know. It's just such imagery. It was incredible. But anyway, I don't know what the fuck Nicki Minaj has to do with Interstellar. But,
they both made you cry.
Yeah. But, that's funny. But that's what I think is something, I think it's beautiful. Like, I don't know. I'm not like, I don't be like randomly crying and shit, but if something really moves me, man, I'm not ashamed of that shit. Like, I think it takes a real man to be in touch with his emotions and the things that inspire him and move him, you know what I mean? Like, that's just part of being a human being. And I remember seeing this, man, the scenes with Murph, the way Murph sent him the video. When he went away and said, I might be your age when I get back. And then she was his age, sent him a video and he's there and he's like holding his mouth. Or when he drives away, oh man, you've seen it, right? Mm-hmm. So like when he drives away, oh man, it's like making me emotional, dog. Like he drives away in his fucking pickup truck and like she's so angry at him, and then she runs and she's like, don't go, but he's already gone. And then oh man, my bad. It's just crucial, dog. It's so inspiring. Like then he goes to check to see if she's where she was because she snuck in the night before when they found NASA. This shit is crazy. I know there's a guy there with a camera, and I know that the dashboard is how it is, and there's, you know, a steady cam and a this and a that and a this and all this shit. I know that because I love film and I study it. But to be able to watch film and forget all of that, and that's what I want people to do when they listen. I just want them to be so into it. Okay, sure, you're in your car, you're hitting play, you're doing this, but like, I want you to not be there. It's almost like when you're listening to somebody and you're like, oh yeah, for sure, yeah, but you're like not listening to them, you're thinking about some totally other shit, and you're on autopilot. Like, that's what it's like. And the biggest thing I saw and I took from this, I was like, man, we're just human beings, you know? And astronauts, they say, like every astronaut who's ever, you know, been to outer space and seen the world as a whole has always said that they've come back and they see everything differently, like war and this and that. But when you see all of us as one, it's like, how could you know what I mean? And so I got in the car and I was driving home, and I remember I was in the car like, wow, like, man, we all just need to stick together and like be positive, and like humanity and like all this shit, you know, that's kind of like fucking far-fetched, man, because, you know, our civilization is pretty fucked up. It's really great too, and I believe the good always outweighs the bad. I believe that, but like, I'm like, fuck, you know, and I'm like, man, like, we should just, wow, life is beautiful, people are beautiful. I'm so blessed to be able to have fans, and wow, I can't wait to write about this. And I like go on Twitter to say something positive, and I like go to my mentions, and it's like, oh, fuck you, faggot, you suck. And I'm like, oh. And it's not even that, like, it's like, who cares? And I'm like, I was just so excited about humanity for a second, and then you see this like the worst shit, and it's like, oh my God, on a spaceship, I'm in another system, but back on Earth, everybody bitching, living my life, no intermission, life and death with no intermission. You know what I mean? Like that's what the whole. First of all, Fade Away is about death. It's about accepting death. Like, that song got me over my fear of flying. You know what I mean? I've been there, I done that, this rap shit, I run that, motherfucker, this far from a comeback. If one of us fall, then we run back. Can't let that social worker just snatch up my kin. Gotta get my son back, cause when they coming through, I don't give a fuck about you. Everybody gonna die, gonna go one day. Maybe it'll happen on a Monday. Driving to work and get hit by your Hyundai. Fuck it, let it all go one day. I know, I'ma get it like this. Living my life where they all reminisce. So it's like that right there is like, yo, you can walk outside and get hit by a car. So just enjoy it, man. You gotta do it. But like, I believe everybody's name is gonna fade eventually. No matter what you do. Like, look at Steve Jobs, man. Yo, my man changed the world. Bill Gates. These people fucking changed the world. Like, the world. Like, computers and insane. Changed the world. Their names will be forgotten, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. And I know that sounds, and it's debatable, whatever the fuck. I believe it. I believe, like, you know, who really invented the light bulb? You know what I mean? There's there's controversy there, or this or that, whatever. And then it gets forgotten. You know what I mean? The ultimate thing was like, I'm just accepting, like, there's gonna be a day, there's gonna be a time where somebody says my name for the last time, or the last book that exists with my name on a page, and it's gonna get burned down or something. So no matter what I do for this world, and give my everything for this world, make sure I do something for me before I die. That's all it is. Spend your whole life giving to others, giving to the world, but just do something for you. Something for you.
What do you do for you?
Film. That's going to be it. That's going to be the thing. And that might be something else too. I might get tired of that. But like, film that's it.
So music's not for you?
No, it's not that music isn't for me. I mean, the thing for me at the end of the day is the message. And I love that, but that's still kind of for the people though, right? You know? So what's the thing? Like, I love like just creating. I think that's a good creating. All my life now, I've been making music, so like, I got it. I would hope that I kind of have it down, at least how I make music. So now, like, when I write these scripts, man, I love it. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. And that's tight. Whereas, like, I don't know what this is or that. Like, I directed Young Jesus. Like, I had no idea what I was doing I just knew what I wanted to do and I knew how to express it. And I felt that's directing. I'm like, do this like this. I want this scene here. I want this there. I want this here. I want this to cut through here and this and that and blah, 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 blah. I don't know what the fuck it's called. I don't know, okay, my DP and my AD, my assistant director. And like, I just like, man, fuck all that shit. Like, let's just make this shit awesome. And I'm going to be very clear about what I want. And like, I love that, so creating, that's my thing. That's what I'm going to do. And maybe I knock out 10 films in my lifetime, which is insane. But like, maybe I do. And then I get tired of that shit. And then I want to fucking paint or, swim. I don't know. Like, legit, I don't know, right? Who knows where I'll be then? I could be fucking 70 years old. Like, but yeah, just do something for you. Be happy. That's it. But that's what this whole album is about, really. Do what you love in life. Do what you love in life. Derp. Okay.
And the concept of fade away is freeing because it's like, hey, we're all going to be forgotten anyways, so you might as well do what you love.
Yeah.
Which is also kind of the thing at the end of the album, which is the speech. Which is,
for sure.
Find a way to not be in this thing of just repetition of doing what everyone expects you to do,
Society.
But find what makes you happy.
Yeah, I mean, even that even goes back to marriage, I actually fuck with Charlamagne. Like, I like, he gets kind of crazy in the shit that he says, everybody knows that, but like, he does keep it pretty real. He be kind of going over the top and shit like that, but he keeps it really real. And I remember when I went on, when I did the Breakfast Club, I was like, man, I wonder how it's gonna what's gonna happen. And he said kind of some crazy shit, but I never felt disrespected.
Some crazy shit.
Yeah, he did, but I never felt
about your sisters.
100%. But it's like, here's how Charlamagne thinks, and this is one thing that I kind of respect about it. If you bring it up, you brought it up. I'm gonna ask. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, it's kind of crazy what you asked, but it's like, and I handled it like a man. I was like, we're not gonna talk about that, but we're gonna talk about this, and it's respect. You know what I mean? And that's why, like, I look forward to going back again. And what the fuck were we just talking about that made me say this? What was I saying just before that?
About marriage. What were we talking
about? Yeah. So like with Charlamagne, right? Like, Charlamagne is kind of the guy who'd be like, why the fuck would you get married? You got all this pussy out there, blah, blah, blah. Like, being a funny dude, doing his job. Mm-hmm. But like at the end of the day, like I know that man respects me. And I know a lot of people respect me because I'm myself. Like, I could imagine some people going to Breakfast Club and probably should. You know what I mean? Like, oh shit, what's gonna happen? But like, fuck all that shit. Like, I believe if you're yourself, people will respect you. You know what I mean? So, like, even when I did that, I was like, this is me. This is where I am. This is blah, blah, blah. This is that. And that's how I feel about marriage, too. It's like everybody and their mom is going to tell you what you should or shouldn't do or this or that. But it's like, nah, you're going to respect me and you're going to understand that this is what I do. Like, there could be a million people who are like, oh, he's going to cheat on his girl or she's a gold digger or this or that. But it's like, no. You're going to respect me. I got married because of this, and I'm a faithful person, and I never cheated on a girl in my fucking life, and I'm going to look in your eyes, and I'm going to tell you that. And just because I rap, that doesn't mean that. I don't do coke, I don't do Molly, I don't do this, I don't do that, and all this other shit I'm supposed to do, right? So you're going to fucking respect me. And it's that simple, and then you keep it moving. Right. So I brought all this up to say because, like, Breakfast Club, as fucking awesome and funny as it is, it's also like, it could be a place where if you don't know, if you're not sure of yourself, you can get eaten up. Real recognize real, man. That just is what it is. Like, if you're you and that's it, you're good. You don't got to worry about shit. You don't got to worry about nothing. And I think that's I don't know. That's one thing I love about this whole album, is just myself, man. I was myself in the last album too, but like more than ever, that's what I love about just incorporating, anime and sci-fi and all this shit that technically isn't deemed like whatever. I don't know.
I guess feel more comfortable showing different sides of you.
Yeah.
Whereas before, maybe you were just focusing on
one thing because that's what I thought maybe I should have, you know what I mean? Focus on just the rap story. But no, you should focus on you. If you're going to do something, just be you, man. Just be yourself. And it could be what it is. It could be whatever it is. Like, if being you is sounding like this person because you like that style of shit, do that. Just tell your story, or this or that. I don't know. I don't know where the fuck I'm going with this. Next question. Next question.